Do you also struggle to feel confident no matter how much you try? Well, it's not your fault. Society teaches us that confidence is something we need to build, something we either have or don't. But that's a lie. Confidence isn't something you create, it's something you remember. For 30 years, I struggled with self doubt, avoiding the spotlight, feeling like I wasn't enough. I tried every trick in the book: affirmations, power poses, public speaking courses, and then I realized confidence was never missing. I was just looking for it in the wrong place. In this video, I will show you why confidence isn't what you think, what makes someone appear powerful in the eyes of others, and how you can embody that presence effortlessly without faking it and be unstoppable. First, let's look at how confidence works and how you can access it in your own life. Let's set things straight. You are confident by default, and you are worthy simply because you exist. Here's the simplest way to put it. Imagine walking into a massive concert hall. The orchestra starts playing, and some notes sound perfect, while others feel off. And you are fixating on the ones that don't sound right. Why does this part sound weird? You grip the button tighter, playing the conductor, micromanaging every note. If I just tried harder, if I just controlled it more, then the whole piece would finally come together. But the more you interfere, the worse it gets. Here's what no one tells you: lack of confidence isn't real. We say, I don't feel confident, but it's not a feeling, it's just a story, a thought that only feels real because you're lost inside it. And the real breakthrough: you are so busy playing the conductor that you forgot you are the entire concert hall. You are the space in which the whole show happens. The moment you stop trying to force confidence, you realize it was never something to gain. It was always there underneath the noise. You don't create confidence, you remember it. But how do you do that? Well, let me show you how you can embody confidence effortlessly. Have you ever felt undermined in a meeting, unsure of how to assert yourself? Let's look at a scene with Jennifer Aniston playing Alex in the morning show. In this scene, Alex, the star of the show, is being patronized by her boss during a meeting. And watch how she responds.
Are you done?
I'm sorry.
The part you guys never seem to realize is that you don't have the power anymore. The news division is held up by my show. And the only thing keeping us afloat is me. Because guess what? America loves me. And therefore, I own America. It seems pretty fucking simple, but so easy for you guys to forget.
Did you feel that? Did you see how Alex commanded the room with unapologetic authenticity? Her confidence and boldness in standing up for herself are so inspiring. Alex knows her worth and isn't afraid to show it. So now that you've seen how this works, let me show you how, just like Alex, you too can project confidence. Think of external signs people pick up first as an armor. The way you stand, the way you speak, it all sends a message. And while the armor alone doesn't make you a warrior, let's start with the outer layer before we get to what really makes you unstoppable on the inside. So the first point I wanted to highlight here is the body posture. Stand tall, make strong eye contact, keep your gaze at your eye level. The mistake you must avoid: if you want to appear confident, is looking down. If you need to look somewhere, look up, don't look down. And wear red or a leather jacket. Leaving the joke aside, appearance can reinforce and amplify your presence. So wear something that makes you feel powerful. 2. Use clear, direct language. Avoid filler words, uncertain phrases like I think, maybe, and speak slowly. Pause, take a breath. I used to think pauses were awkward silences, but they're actually signs of composure. Picture your mind as a snow globe. When you start speaking, the snowflakes swirl and you might lose sight of your own thoughts. Pausing lets the snow settle, revealing your next brilliant idea. And 3, be authentic. Don't seek validation. Be present and be yourself. But how do you do that? Well, here's the thing. While fixing your appearance can be important, the real transformation begins inside. But what if your inner voice is your biggest critic? Next, I'll show you how to rewire your mindset and step into your power from the inside out. What does confidence mean? If we look at the etymology from mid-15th century, it's the reliance on one's powers, resources, or circumstances. Self-assurance, a feeling of certainty, firm trust or belief, faith in yourself. Confidence is often misunderstood. It's not about feeling certainty, having zero doubt. It's about having the courage to face that doubt. As Carl Jung wisely said, he who cannot bear doubt does not bear himself. The strongest among us aren't those who never doubt, are those who acknowledge their doubt and say, I see you. Why is this important? Because doubt pushes us to confront chaos. It's uncomfortable, but it's where transformation begins. Without doubt, there is no curiosity, no discovery, no growth. So when you feel uncertain or afraid, remember, embracing doubt is a sign of strength, not weakness. Remember our concert hall, our symphony? Doubt may be just an off key. It doesn't define you. You are the entire show. And I've never actually heard anyone else talk about it this way before. But after struggling for most of my life with self-doubt, I know the most powerful breakthrough actually works like this. Let's look at Michael Jackson, a perfect example. What's the first word that comes into your mind when you think about Michael Jackson? Listen to this clip.
How do you write a song?
How do I write a song? Well,
You don't
if I
have a
sat
pen in
down
your
at this
hand and you don't
piano,
try. What would happen?
if I sat here and played some chords, whatever, and say, I'm going to write the best song I've ever written, nothing happens. Something in the heavens has to say, look, this is the time that this is going to be laid on you, and this is when I want you to have it. Now, I remember when I wrote Billie Jean, I was riding in my car down Ventura Boulevard. All I said to myself beforehand, I want to write a song with a great bass hook, you know, and I just let it go, really. And then several days later, you know, you know, the whole.
Where did that come from?
From above.
So,
Really did.
okay, you were singing the bass line. Sing that again, and then what happened? How did you get the other instrumentation and the composition? How did it work?
See, the thing is, artists seem to get in the way of the music. Get out of the way of the music. You know, don't write the music. Let the music write itself.
Now replace the music with presence and you will see the point.
The dance as well?
Yeah, same thing.
How do you do it? Can you show me how you do it?
Oh, boy.
Come on, just get up
I'm
and show
shy.
me. Oh, come on, just show me.
Come
Just show
on.
me. Just show me. Show me what you do. Teach me.
Okay, oh boy, you're putting me on the spot now.
Come on.
See, now people are discovering something about me. I'm really shy. I'm embarrassed.
Okay, you're shy. Just get up and show me.
Okay.
What's going through your mind when you're dancing?
Not thinking. Thinking is the biggest mistake a dancer could make. You have to feel. You become the bass, you become the fanfare, you become the clarinet and the flute and the strings and the drums.
So you're almost the physical embodiment of the music.
Absolutely.
How cute was that? I bet the first word that came into your mind was not shy. Michael said, thinking is the biggest mistake a dancer can make. You have to feel. What was the result? He became the king of pop. His stage presence was magnetic, not because he never doubted, but because he embraced it. He let the music guide him, not his thoughts. This isn't just about performing. This is a metaphor for life. It's not about focusing on the self, which is an illusion of the mind. It's about the experience. It's about being. We are all born equal. Confidence is innate within everyone. It's not about what we need to do, but what we stop doing. Stop identifying with thoughts. Wake up from the dream and instead be present, be aware. You are the entire experience. If thoughts, emotions arise, it's okay. Let me give you an example that simplifies this even more. You are the sun. Your innate being, confidence, is always shining. It's just that sometimes clouds like overthinking, emotions, self-doubt obscure it. Let those clouds pass and your natural light will shine through. And just like Michael, I have faced my own stage. Years ago, I had to present in front of 35 colleagues, and I was wrecked with nerves, questioning my abilities as a manager. I over-prepared, yet right before my speech, my heart raced, I was blushing, and I thought, I am so lame for feeling nervous. And fast forward to last year at Aventura Park in Spain, right before riding the Mad Barrels roller coaster, I felt the same physical sensations. But this time, I didn't judge myself. No inner critic, just the experience. And it was so freeing. So we can tolerate and welcome many emotions, physical sensations. We are stronger than we think. If we are stuck, it's because we are resisting and fueling the cycle with more thoughts. Confidence isn't real. It's what happens when you stop overthinking and show up fully. You are present, aware, and that's what makes us magnetic and attractive. So, how can you do the same? Well, now I'm going to show you. Here's a short practice to do when self-doubt creeps in. Take a moment to bring your attention inward. Take a few deep breaths in through your nose and exhale through your mouth and elongate each exhale. You can close your eyes and bring your attention inwards. Bring it here and now. Bring it back into your body. And feel your heart beating. You can place your hand on your heart and embrace any tension. Breathe into it with love and kindness. Feel your body expanding. This is you. This is who you really are. You are made of love. Practice this regularly, not just before big events, to cultivate presence in your everyday life. And now, let's tackle the root cause so you stop describing yourself as someone not confident forever. Remember my presentation from years ago? That's when I shared the story with Batman. From the dark night rises. He was trapped in the pit, and no matter how hard he tried, he always fell back on the last jump. It wasn't until he embraced his fear and jumped without the safety rope that he succeeded. Fear often seems like an enemy, but it can be our greatest ally, your rocket fuel. And after that speech, the feedback was phenomenal. My colleagues approached me, sharing how inspired they were. And did I feel great? No, the opposite. My inner critic was still there, judging. That part sucked. I could have done better, and I was identifying myself with it. I struggled with self doubt for 30 years, feeling like an imposter, hiding from the spotlight. And I tried every hack, NLP, affirmation, courses to build confidence, self trust, but they only added layers without addressing the root cause. When I stopped practicing, my confidence went away. Most people hit the wall here because of self limiting beliefs. But when you do this next step, you will discover you are truly unstoppable. The thing is, we are born free. By default, we are love and peace and joy. We are worthy. We are worthy simply because we exist. But why don't we feel this way? Over time, we are exposed to social conditioning and we adopt patterns to fit in. Growing up in Romania, a former communist country, I learned to blend in, to keep my mouth shut unless I'm being asked. Although communism fell when I was 3, not everyone moved on. And I internalized this belief. I am shy. It shaped my identity. But what does it really mean? It means I feel uncomfortable being myself. This was just a story I was playing in my head, a belief, a limiting belief. And it once served me, but not anymore. Changing it was my choice. To understand how this transformation works, let's look at Jane and Karen. Both Jane and Karen decide to get nose jobs, expecting their lives to change. The bandages come off and the mirror reflects a new face. But here's where the things get interesting. Jane walks out feeling unstoppable. She's more confident, more radiant, living the life she always dreamed of. Meanwhile, Karen looks at her reflection and feels nothing. The same insecurities creep in, the same self doubt lingers. The surgery changed her nose, but it didn't change her. So, what happened here? Their lives didn't reflect their desires, their lives reflected their identities. This is exactly what Dr. Maxwell Maltz discovered and shared in the book Psychocybernetics, that after cosmetic surgery, some patients feel completely transformed, while others feel exactly the same. The difference, it was never about their appearance. It was about their self-image, their beliefs, their identity. But how can you be more like Jane? Well, next I'm going to show you how to change your own beliefs. Answer these 5 questions. Write it down. Write it down. 1. What is something that I need to believe in order for this to happen? For example, to feel uncomfortable being myself, to lack self-confidence. For me, it was believing I was boring, wasting everyone's time, and underneath it all, unworthy. Second question, is it true? In my case, the answer was yes. Third question, is it absolutely true? In my case, no. And now you cracked the door. Fourth question, how do you feel when you believe it? I felt constricted, afraid, anxious. And the last question, who would I be without this belief? How would I feel? How would my life look like? For me, I would be myself, free, expansive, making the world a better place. And know that your true nature is backed by elevated emotions. So now replace the limiting belief with one that empowers you and make it part of your identity through action. It's a decision, it's a choice that requires practice, like building a muscle. At first, it feels awkward, like a newbie at the gym questioning their life choices. That's a good sign. You are on the right track. Over time, as you consistently show up, you build strength and carry yourself differently. You're not waiting to feel strong. You are actively building that strength. Or better said, remembering your power. Confidence isn't something you gain, it's what remains when you stop trying to control everything. It's presence, it's trust, it's being fully here, fully you. And there's one more thing you need to master: the emotions that keep you stuck, they don't just disappear. The secret isn't controlling them, it's letting them go. So watch this next video where I'll show you how letting go will change how you live forever.